Since we finished up here today, I want to give you a few final notes that are going to be important as you teach the game to kids. You may have noticed as we played there were no bails being used on the stumps. I found early on as I played with kids that the bails become more of a nuisance than anything else. Once you've got them up there, any child within a few feet of them seems to dislodge them, and you end up spending half of the match picking up the bails and then carefully placing them back. Or even worse, the kids then rush over to pick up the bails and they try to put the bails back on the stumps. It just ends up being a time-consuming waste. My advice, take the bails, put them in your pocket, and forget about them. Much easier than trying to worry about having them up there. Something else is that there could be arguments over, are they out if the ball hits the stumps or if the ball actually knocks the stump over? My advice to you is that have the ruling that the ball has to actually knock the stump over. The reason is because you can get into a lot of arguments whether the ball grazed the stump or not. If the stump is actually knocked off of the wicket, there's no doubt that the batter is out. It'll save you a lot of grief. Something else you want to do is, we didn't do it here today because there wasn't the time, but divide the kids up into two teams and have them compete against each other and have the batting team set up a number of runs and have the second team then begin a chase for that number of runs. It really amps up the energy and makes the game more exciting. The way I do the division of teams is I have all the kids line up single file without telling them what we're doing, and then I just do a count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and there's team 1 and there's team 2. Something else you might want to do if you want to add a social studies aspect to your game, you can tell team 1 that they represent one cricket playing nation and tell team 2 that they represent another cricket playing nation. You could even give them little flags to wave and tell them a little bit about the nations they represent, and that adds an international aspect to the game. Remember, cricket's the second most popular sport in the world, and your kids need to know that they're playing a sport that's played all over the globe by all of the nations that we're talking about. So the bottom line as we finish up here is, keep it simple, keep the rules basic, be generous, encourage run scoring, encourage hitting, encourage the kids to hit the ball and adjust your game however you have to do it to get the kids hitting the ball and scoring runs and enjoying the game. Because the worst case scenario is that you get kids up who aren't hitting the ball and there's no running back and forth going on, and in that case everyone's just standing around getting bored. So as the coach, as the bowler, as the teacher, you want to modify your game in a way that makes sure that everyone's hitting the ball, everyone's getting a chance to run between the wickets, and everyone's getting a chance to score lots of runs and being a hero for their team. Because the love for cricket doesn't happen when you're standing around. The love for cricket happens when you're running between the wickets. After that, once they've been given the basics for the game, remember to tell them that because of our program, our school's program, the school that they're going to can have cricket for free. All they have to do is ask us. Encourage them to tell their friends and tell the adults in their lives that cricket is a free sport that can be given to any school in the United States. If they like cricket and they want to play cricket, they should go back home and get one of the grown-ups to ask for cricket, because that's all there is to it. We're going to put cricket in any school that wants it. My name is Jamie Harrison. I want to thank you for watching this video, and good luck in spreading youth cricket across the United States.